Welcome to Artistry Collaborative. My name is JoAnn and I'm so glad you joined me today. If you're new to my channel, well, I hope you hang around and like what you see. And if you do, please subscribe and share. I really appreciate it. And we love to do all things creative here. It could be a DIY. We use a lot of Dollar Tree crafts and repurposing. So we have something for everyone. Today we are creating this adorable gnome sign. And the great thing about this is that they're interchangeable. So you could change the seasons. Oh, I didn't put a magnet on this. But like for birthdays, you could put cupcakes. For Valentine's Day, you have the hearts. For Easter, you can use Easter eggs. The gnomes, Christmas time, they can hold wreaths. Whatever you like, snowflakes for the winter. It's just never ending. So, as we say at Artistry Collaborative, we are the home of TriLab because all we want you to do is try. So, come along with me and let's try this together. This may look like a a Valentine tutorial, but I'm going to make it an all-season tutorial. So even though we're using the Valentine gnomes, I'm going to make it so that we can change out the hearts for different seasons. And these are from the Dollar Tree, and then I picked this up from the Dollar Tree, and I was going to put bells, like drill holes and put bells in this, but it didn't happen. So we need to take this off, and we need to take this off. But you can use any Dollar Tree sign. I'm going to use this side. And okay, so this was indented, so I just followed that all the way across and made a pencil line. And now I'm going to go in with these tools. They're from Low Cornell, and they're just actually pottery tools, but I use them to scrape. And so I'm just going to go in and scrape in. You could probably use a razor, but I just want to make it look more like shiplap. So when I paint it, it'll have those lines. Alright, so I'm going to do this to both lines, and I'll be back. I covered this with gesso. You can use white acrylic paint, or if you want a different color, you could also do that. I have heard in several other videos that it takes several coats of paint to cover this, but I wanted that not aged, but weathered look. So I just did it very lightly. And what I did notice is that you'll get brush strokes, so you may want to like drag it all the way, like all the way from one end to the other if you don't want brush strokes. A lot of this is going to be covered by the gnomes, so I'm not too worried about it, but just wanted to give you that note. Alright, I'm going to let this dry. So I picked these very muted tones. I'm not sure, I don't know why they call me today, but they just do, so I'm going with it. So I put down my little gnome, and I lined up where the hat meets, and then just penciled around it, traced around it, and then I used that as the template for the rest of my scrapbook papers. If you're using this, and this is the side you want, you have to turn it around. No, you could do it this way too. Yeah, I was using the other side. Never mind. Anyway, so now we're just going to glue this on to each of these. I'm conflicted as to what I'm going to do with this, whether I'm going to use fiberfill or white paint. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. But let's glue the hats on and let that dry. Now, in this, it does have a, well, this is striped and like one of the stripes goes along, so we may put a ribbon or something to give it an edge. But for right now, we're going to do the whole hat. So I just like to put my glue down, and then I like to get a paintbrush, and I like to just spread it all around evenly. So when I was thinking about doing this, you know, like for Valentine's, it'll say, one will say Happy Valentine's Day, or I think it may say I love you. I think that's kind of even cuter. But then I was thinking, like for 4th of July, they'll say God Bless America, or for on stars. If it's Easter, it'll say Happy with an egg and then Easter. So you can think of all the different ways that you can incorporate the different holidays or seasons into the little things that they carry. Like in the fall, they'll carry pumpkins or fall leaves. So I've just been thinking, you know, what the different things I'm going to make to go on these little gnomes. So yeah, you just put this on, and you can even, like I've watered this down. There was water on the brush, and I'll even put water on, you know, put the glue on the outside so it seals it. And then we'll just let this wait and dry like so. So I got my hats on, and I wanted to do the little booties. I'm just using a, well, this is liquid mark. I thought it was a Sharpie, but you can use a Sharpie. You may want a smaller point if you don't feel that, you know, you can color well into the lines, but I'm going to make the boots black, and you just follow the lines. And then what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to go in with a gray, maybe even a brown, to highlight the boots. So I don't think you need much education in coloring in the lines, but that's what we're going to do with the boots. So I found this in my stash. It's a metallic color pen. It's like a bronze color. It doesn't tell me what color it is, but I thought I would go with this because there is like brown in there. I don't know, I just liked it. So I'm just outlining the shoe and the sole. Yeah. So I've decided, I got these in a package from the Dollar Tree, and these are going to go down first because everything else is going to build up on that. We're going to have a magnet, and then we can just magnetize this for each holiday. So I'm going to paint these gold. Normally I would do silver, but with this palette I think gold goes better. So I am just going to paint these, and then I'm going to glue them down with tacky glue. Okay, so I have these glued on, and I pulled out the mop head from the Dollar Tree, and I think I am going to try to glue these on here. I don't know. I love the texture of it, so maybe I'll unwind it once it's on. I'm not sure. But yeah, we did this with gold, and these are from the Dollar Tree. They're out right now with Valentine's, and I just filled the hole with the lightweight spackling. And then I'm going to go back once it's dry and just sand the excess off. One of the things I want to do is add a little color to this. So I'm actually going to do this way. I'm going to drill holes to tie it. But I'm going to take my Waverly truffle and I am going to lightly take some of this brown, water it down a little bit, and just like I did for the pole on the Valentine mailbox, just drag it along. And I am going to go with a Sharpie, a very thin Sharpie. And when I put too much, I just take a paper towel and just wipe it off. It comes off fairly easy. And you can do as much or not at all. If you want it solid white, if you wanted a solid color in the back, you know, do whatever matches your decor. It just seems like there's so many people who want that farmhouse look. I like it, but I don't like any. I like to change things up. I don't like everything to be the same. So, all right, and then these guys are gonna go on here like this. Like that. And if you don't like all this brown, which I don't, I'm gonna take some more of my gesso and I'm just gonna go in and lighten it up because I don't want all that. You can always add water. Do it until you get the effect that you like. I kind of rush through because I, want to get these videos out to you guys. But when I'm crafting for myself, I will just go on top, one on top of the other, on top of the other, until I get the look I'm looking for. Okay, so I have this ribbon. I got this at Hobby Lobby. I love when Hobby Lobby has their ribbons 50% off. And it's just a perfect match for all of these colors. So I just put some tacky glue down and I put some extra glue on the ends to seal it. And then I'll trim it once it's dry. So I'm going to do that to all of the gnomes so that there's an edge to their hat. I just love this ribbon. It's so vintagey looking. I just love it. And then I just put a little bit extra here and a little bit extra here. And then just cut. Like so. And I also wanted to show you that for birthdays, I'm making these cupcakes. These came in those packages of wood at the Dollar Tree. There was like 210, there's one of these in each package. I bought like 5 packages, but I just thought these would be great for them for a birthday, and we'll just put happy birthday. Obviously, you can't put the name because unless you have a lot of cupcakes, then you can do everybody's name. But this was just a piece of very colorful scrapbook paper, and then I had this is Recollection, so this is Michael's, again very old, but I loved the texture of it and I loved that it looked like cream or frosting, so I'm gonna glue, again, put this on the paper and just penciled around it. I'm going to glue this on, and then I think I'm gonna put a pom-pom on there. I just don't want it to, because the nose is a button. I have these, I got these, we have a recycling center in Rhode Island, where teachers and different people can buy stuff that a lot of the businesses throw away, and it's weird stuff. I mean, it's, this isn't really a button. I don't know what it was. It's probably from a jewelry thing. I don't know. But anyways, I just thought that would be the perfect nose. I was going to cover a styrofoam ball, but I couldn't find a styrofoam ball that small. And I'm not going in the stores. I'm going to try to stay away for at least a month. It's just crazy. Anyway, okay, so I didn't want to do a pom-pom because it's going to cover the nose, but maybe I will anyway. Alright, so we're just going to glue this down just like everything else. Now, you don't have to use paper. If you don't have the paper, you could paint it. You could use markers. You don't have to use white. You could use different pinks, or you could use white and then like dot it with markers for like jimmies and stuff. But I wanted to keep it relatively plain because we're going to write happy. This is a little bit bigger, so I'm going to have to trim it. I love these Dollar Tree scissors. If you don't have any, yes, I have one in my purse at all times, because there's always a string or something that I can't open, and I'm trying not to open things with my teeth because I don't want to lose them. But these are great little scissors to get into those areas that big scissors cannot. So yeah, so we're doing that. And you may want to run a bead of puffy paint so that it looks like it's, coming down. Alright, so I'm not going to do the nose yet because I want to see what happens to the beard. So again, I'm taking this and I'm going to glue it from here down. So this is warmed up a little bit, and we'll put a bead of glue all the way down. Now we're going to cover his hands. I'm not sure if I'll bring his hands back or not. Actually, you know what? I should have waited to put that trim on. Yeah, because I could have covered all these ends. So let me take this off. Where's the other one? Did I do the other one? Yep. Take them off. And let's and then I'll put another bead here. And again, this is a mop head from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so then we'll take this and we'll put it across that so that it finishes that. And then we'll put this in there like that with the tacky glue. Put tons of glue in there. It'll take a long time to dry, but it'll be in there really well. Alright, so that's what he is so far. I don't know what I'm going to do with the hands. I may just make a couple of little felt hands, but there he is. So I'm going to do the other two, and I'll be back. So I decided to look in my button stash, and I'm going to put buttons at the end. I just think it makes it a little more country, a little more cozy. I don't know, but I just really like that. So I got buttons that pretty much match what I'm going for here. And yeah, so I think they're adorable. Now, before I make the hands, I want to go back to this, and I want to take a pencil. It could be a charcoal pencil, it could be a lightly go over where I dug in. My phone goes a little crazy now and then. Okay, and then I'm just gonna rub it so that it stands out a little bit. Now these guys are going in, and I did think about when I was working on these that I could have made a girl one, but when I tried to make the braids and put them on, it didn't cover it as well as I liked, so yeah, so we're not doing a girl. Alright, so now we're just gonna center these. I should just like find the center, shouldn't I? Sometimes it's just so obvious, JoAnn. Right, so that's 12. And 12 and 6 3/4. So that's 18 3/4, which would be 9. 9 and what's half of 3/4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's exactly the middle. So let's put him down first. So I'm just going to put some hot glue. And you could use E6000, absolutely. Guess I don't need any on the hat, so be aware of that. Alright, and then from here to here is 6 1/2, so that would be 3 1/4. You know what? I think I'm just going to have them have their shoes meet, and that'll make it equal. That's an easy way of measuring. Alright. And again, because it's Dollar Tree, it's not exact They're not exactly the same, so they're not, you know, they may be off by a bit, but doesn't matter. It's art. No rules, just expression. Okay, awesome. All right, so we're gonna let that go, and I was thinking about these hearts, and I don't know, again, I always make things more difficult for myself than I should. I'm going to sand these, and I'm going to cover them with scrapbook paper. So try as I may, I cannot find my drill. So I'm going to just hot glue this. Should I hot glue it there, or should I hot glue it? There. All right, so we're just going to put a bunch of hot glue. We're going to put in the jute, and then I'm going to take a small piece of wood and glue that down. And then the same thing here. I will cut this, put some glue, oh, this is just too sloppy. I think we'll put it here. The reason why I changed it up is it was too bulky on here. And I'm going to cover this. This is a grocery bag that I cut out. And we're going to just cover this so that it looks clean. So again, I'm just going to take my, this we can just peel up. I'm going to take my glue. Put it all over the back. Make sure you glue the corners really well. I always like to take a credit card. And if it's a little bit bigger than your back, the paper, just wait till it dries, and then you can just trim it with a scissor or a razor. All right, so that's that. And then this is the front, and I got these from the Dollar Tree, and these are the hearts that I made, and I get these from the Dollar Tree. So instead of putting Happy Valentine's Day, I use these stickers that I have. So I'm just going to take each heart, put a dab of glue, and again, you could use E6000 because they'll last longer, better. But if you want to use hot glue, you can use hot glue. And why? get another one. And then, oh, here it is. That's funny. All right, so this says, "Together life is so sweet. I adore you." Since it's just me and my daughter, you know. I don't like that it's doing that. Why is it doing that? All right, something wonky with this one. This is what happens when you try to go fast. See, that one's fine. That one's fine. Why is this one giving me a hard time? Oh, weird. It's like repelling it. Alright, let me see if I can fix. Okay, so since this gave me a hard time, I'm going to put the magnet on there, put the heart on here, and work it that way. So this is for this one. And you can make all different ones that you can switch out. This is for someone having a birthday. We have Happy Born to Be You Day. So what we would do is just change it out for someone maybe having a birthday. These are stickers that I got from the Dollar Tree. Just cuteness, right? I mean, just so cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's it. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you can tell me the different ones that you make. I mean, you could make stars for the 4th of July. You could make Easter eggs for Easter. You can make, Christmas stockings or snowmen or whatever. They can hold. Oh, I need to add the mittens. I'm sorry. Let me get to the mittens. So I picked up a package. I was thinking, I was going to cut out hands. And then I picked up a package of these felt stickers and thought, I think I could make hands from these. So all I did was take the pink heart and cut it in half. And then I'm just going to place it on the side, like here and here. I take this off. We'll just glue it like that. And you have your hands. Very easy. The other thing I wanted to do is take a little Archival Ink. This one's called ground espresso, and you just go around the edges, and it ages it a little bit. So I don't know, I kind of like it. It gives it a little more dimension, I think. So yeah. And then these, I'm just going to hot glue them down. So I hope you enjoyed this. I don't remember, it's been 2 days since I've been back at the table. But I'm really glad that you are watching the videos, and please subscribe and share. I need to really up my subscription, and I need, you to tell your friends about me, please. And I'm going to do my part as far as getting my website and my Instagram and Facebook much more active than it is right now. I just don't like it, but okay. So All right, so yeah, just put that like that. I mean, you can peel this off, but that's not going to stay long term. These are sticky, but I would just peel it off and put some glue. And then go right underneath so that it stays right there. And there you go. Okay, my friends, thank you so much. And as we say, keep on creating. And there you go. Gnome Sweet Home. I hope you enjoy.